Best places to live off the grid in Canada. In a previous video on our channel, we talked about the legal aspect of living off the grid in Canada. In this video, I will cover the best places to live off the grid in Canada, as well as mention a few off-grid communities you can find in Canada. Let's begin. Canada is not a small country, and different areas and provinces provide us with different options for settlement and off-the-grid living. Access to water, soil type, climate, and so on. All these factors should be taken into account during the decision of living off the grid. So where is the best place to live off the grid in Canada? The list of best off-grid places in Canada includes number 1, the Rocky Mountains in Alberta, number 2, the Okanagan Valley and Western Rockies in British Columbia, number 3, the south of New Brunswick, number 4, some parts of the Maritime provinces. Now, let's break this down even more and understand why these are the best places to live off the grid in Canada. Alberta. The best off-the-grid area in Alberta is near the Canadian Rockies. The foothills there have fertile soil, while the crops are protected by the mountains from the harsh cold winds. Another good location is the area around Red Deer and Edmonton, but not every spot in Alberta fits the off-the-grid lifestyle. Places like Banff and Lake Louise attract too much tourism, and the land there is far from being affordable. There are also military bases east to the Rockies, which you should avoid. And then there are Canadian prairies. While living on grassland sounds like a possibility, the weather is far from inviting. During the winter, the cold air mass comes from the Arctic region. The temperature gets extremely low, preventing from building an off-the-grid farm and homestead. British Columbia. Probably the best place to live off the grid in Canada is the Okanagan Valley, situated in British Columbia. This central piece of the province, located above the state of Washington, has it all. Great climate, fertile land, growing seasons, lakes, forests, small towns with helpful community, safety from earthquakes and tsunamis. The Okanagan is a terrific place to start your off-the-grid life. Another nearby location is to the north of the valley, by the foothills of the Rockies. This location also has fertile soil and moderate weather, so you definitely should check it out. Manitoba. The southern part of Manitoba is considered being more suitable for crops, with an abundance of lakes as a steady water source. The downside is the weather. Not only is there a danger of tornadoes, but the summers are extremely humid and warm. The uncomfortable climate might deter some of the off-gridders from choosing this area. New Brunswick. If you look at the eastern half of Canada, you'll realize that the south of New Brunswick is the most welcoming region to those who wish to live off the grid. This area has it all. It's sparsely populated, so you don't have to worry about having too many people nearby. The land is most suitable for farming. Hilly ground leaves a lot of space to be dug under your house, where you can store the produced food. The Atlantic Ocean is nearby, so you can add fish and seafood to your dining table. It's almost an ideal place, but once again, you need to consider the weather. The summers here can get very humid and filled with bugs. The winters are wet and very chilly. If you can handle this kind of weather, then southern New Brunswick is the place to be. Ontario. Similar to other territories and provinces, not all areas of Ontario are the best locations for off-the-grid living. For this province, however, the reason is that the region near the Great Lakes is heavily populated. There is no options to be far away from the power grids and the crowds. But there is still a good land for off-grid living in Ontario, mostly to the northwest of Peterborough. You will be removed enough from the rest of the civilization, yet if you need supplies, they are just a short drive away. In the full article on our site, you can watch a video of a woman who happily lives the off-grid lifestyle for years in a tiny house in northern Ontario. Check it out. Quebec. The options in Quebec are somewhat limited, but if you don't mind living in the hills and mountains, then there is enough land for you there. Just drive northwest about half an hour either from Montreal or Quebec City and you're set. The off-the-grid communities of Canada. You can establish your own homestead on a remote lot away from other people, or you can join one of the existing off-the-grid communities in Canada. Yellowknife, Northwest Territories. Places like Yellowknife have well-known communities that live off-grid and enjoy the freedom of their life choices. Yellowknife offers a great experience for people from all walks of life. You don't even have to build a house, you can rent one for almost nothing. Lesquetie Island. Not far from Vancouver, this community of 400 people grow their own corn and forage for food. The power comes from the solar panels and wind turbines. The houses are built from recycled or natural materials and look very affordable, if I may say so. Freedom Cove. On the other side of Vancouver, in Cypress Bay, near the town of Tofino, is the Freedom Cove. This unique and small off-grid community actually floats on the water, yet is built from 12 floating platforms. The couple that built it have created a guest house, art studio, greenhouses, even a dance floor. The greenhouses and the fishing provide this off-grid family with enough food around the year, since they don't own a refrigerator. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our video, please like it and subscribe to support our channel. For the full article and more information about off-grid living, how much it costs, how to prepare, and much more, please visit our site and enjoy our articles on these and other topics. Have an amazing day.